He has the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, but no one remembers him, not even the heroes he's fought beside. The Sentry is Marvel's most forgotten, god-tier powerhouse, and his story isn't just epic, it's straight-up tragic. Today we're diving into the full story of the Sentry, from his strange origins and mind-wiping past, to his twisted bond with a dark alter ego, and how his future might explode in the Thunderbolts and beyond. So, who is the Sentry? Why is this golden god barely talked about outside comic circles, even though he could go toe-to-toe with Superman and the Hulk at the same time? It's not because he's weak. It's not because he's boring. It's because the Sentry is dangerous to others and to himself. This video breaks down his full comic book history, his powers, his psychological downfall, and where he fits into the future of the MCU. And trust me, by the end, you'll wonder why Marvel ever kept him hidden for so long. Let's roll back to the year 2000. No, not in-universe. I mean literally the year 2000, when Marvel Comics introduced the Sentry in one of the most bizarre meta-storylines they'd ever written. Marvel released his debut with a twist. They claimed that the Sentry was actually a forgotten Golden Age superhero, created before Spider-Man or the Avengers, but lost to time, only now being rediscovered. They even faked behind-the-scenes interviews with comic creators remembering him. It was all fake, a publicity stunt, but inside the story, it was genius. In-universe, Robert Reynolds, a middle-aged man with a drinking problem, suddenly remembers that he used to be a superhero called the Sentry. But nobody else does. Not even Reed Richards, not even the X-Men. And that's not a glitch. That's the plot. Because the Sentry's powers come with a catch. He's not just a Superman-like figure. He's also home to the Void, a monstrous, reality-warping darkness that is quite literally the opposite of him. When Sentry rises, so does the Void. Every time he becomes a hero, the villain comes with him. So, at some point in the past, he and the world's smartest minds, including Dr. Strange, Professor X, and Reed Richards, made a choice: erase everyone's memory of the Sentry, including his own. Wipe him out of existence to protect the world from the Void. Let that sink in. The only way for the world to be safe was to forget a hero who could literally save it. That's heavy. Fast forward. The memory spell wears off. Robert remembers everything, and just like that, the Sentry is back. Now here's where things get twisted. The Sentry has the powers of a god. He can fly, move at light speed, has near-limitless strength, molecular manipulation, energy projection. He even brought his wife back from the dead once. But his biggest weakness? His mind. Robert Reynolds suffers from severe schizophrenia and dissociative identity disorder. And the Void? It isn't just a villain, it's a part of him, his dark half. His self-hate, his fear. It's like Bruce Banner and Hulk, but way more destructive and psychological. Over time, Marvel started exploring what it really means to give godlike power to someone who's mentally unstable. The Sentry wants to do good. He tries, but the more he uses his power, the more unstable he becomes, and the more the Void creeps in. Now let's talk big events. In World War Hulk, the Avengers are getting crushed. Hulk's more dangerous than ever. Guess who they call? Yep, the Sentry, and he's the only one who can go punch for punch with Hulk. Their battle is insane. They destroy buildings, reshape the battlefield, cause earthquakes, but in the end, both revert to human form. Robert Reynolds and Bruce Banner lying on the ground, exhausted, because only the Sentry could match Hulk's fury, and only Hulk could match Sentry's madness. Then came Dark Reign, and oh boy, things went nuclear. Norman Osborn, yes, the Green Goblin himself, somehow becomes head of national security. He forms the Dark Avengers. And you know who he recruits? The Sentry. Why? Because he wants a living nuke, a golden god who will follow orders. And Robert? He goes along with it. At this point, he's broken, manipulated, and barely holding it together. Osborn even convinces him that the Void is not real, that it's just his guilt and trauma acting out. Huge mistake. In Siege, Osborn unleashes the Sentry, and it backfires. big time. The Void takes full control. We're not talking mind games anymore. The Void becomes real, a giant, world-ending shadow creature that starts ripping apart Asgard. Thor, Iron Man, and even the gods themselves can't stop him. And then it happens. Robert, for a moment, regains control. He begs for death. He asks Thor to kill him. And Thor does. Hammer through the chest. Lightning storm. Boom. The Sentry is gone. Or is he? Because in comics, death is more like a nap. Later, during Uncanny Avengers, the Sentry is resurrected by the Apocalypse twins to become a Horseman of Death. Except this time, he's even stronger. He rips through heroes like paper. But still, deep down, Robert wants to do the right thing. He breaks free and later gets involved with the Unity Squad, trying to be a hero again. But here's the thing, you can't kill the Void. You can only suppress it. The more the Sentry tries to be good, the more the darkness grows. Now let's get to the part that really sets things off. Marvel's King in Black storyline. When Null, the god of symbiotes, attacks Earth, Sentry tries to stop him. But Null snaps him in half, literally. Like a twig. You'd think that's the end, right? Nope. In Sentry 2020, we find out Robert didn't really die. His consciousness had merged into a pocket dimension inside his own mind, creating multiple realities to protect himself. Trippy, yes, but very on-brand. Eventually, a new character named Billy Turner steals the Sentry power, becomes a new Sentry, and kills Robert for real. At least in the comics, for now. But that sets up the next big question. What does this mean for the MCU? Because if rumors are true, Sentry is joining the Thunderbolts movie. Now let that sit for a second. The Thunderbolts are basically a team of morally grey misfits, ex-villains, loose cannons, and government-controlled anti-heroes. Characters like Yelena, Bucky Barnes, Red Guardian, US Agent, and now Sentry? That's not just adding power, that's throwing a nuke into a fireworks factory. Imagine a ticking time bomb of cosmic power paired with deep mental instability on a team full of people who can barely trust each other. That's not a team-up. That's a disaster movie waiting to happen, and it opens the door for some huge developments. Because here's the truth, the Sentry can be used to crack open the cosmic side of the MCU. He can introduce the Void, which could rival Kang as a multiversal-level threat. He can even tie into projects like Midnight Suns, Doctor Strange 3, or even the X-Men if Marvel plays their cards right. But here's the big problem. The Sentry doesn't work if you just treat him like another Superman. He's not just strong, he's broken. His story is about control, identity, and trauma. He's a living metaphor for power and fear, and that makes him both incredible and terrifying. So if Marvel brings him in, they have to go all in, no holding back, no watered-down version. We need the real Robert Reynolds, the man who saved the world, destroyed it, and forgot it all. Because the Sentry isn't just a character, he's a warning. He's what happens when power meets pain, when a hero becomes his own worst enemy, when the man trying to save the world is also the one trying to end it. And that's what makes him one of the most fascinating and dangerous characters Marvel has ever created. Thanks for watching Multiversal Mind. Don't forget to subscribe our channel if you want to know how Doctor Doom might be the real villain of the Multiverse saga. Tap that next video now.